Hey everyone, Megan here. I wanted to talk today about leaders and leadership, elite status, all of it. Okay, if you really look into this business and if elite is something that's on your radar, if you want green, if that is something that you're like, I am striving for it, I want that, I want to go up and up in this company. If you're doing this as a hobby, this video really doesn't matter. But if you want to be a leader, then this is very, very important. We as leaders, you have to, first of all, lead by example. So if you're talking about telling people in your company that they need to be bringing on new presenters, you need to be bringing on new presenters yourself. I would never ask someone to do something that I'm not doing. Another thing is finding information. Having a sponsor it's wonderful when you sign up under somebody and you're like, yeah, this is great. Like, I have a sponsor. They're your sponsor, and depending on what they're doing with their company, they could be a hobbyist and not really want to dive into the company. And if they're not really wanting to go up and up in the company, then you need to go in your back office, look who your elite is, and start asking them questions on which books to read and things like that to become a leader. Another thing is with your sponsor is if your sponsor is giving you kind of a little bit of vague information, like if you're asking them a question on, on a party or something like that, and they're kind of like saying, hey, go to Whitney Husband's website and go here, go there. If your sponsor is saying that, it's not that they don't want to help you. It's just that when you're in a leadership position and you have a large team, it's very difficult to be able to talk to everybody all the time when every single person needs something. And it's important for you to be able to find information on your own. When I first started, I was very needy all the time. I was like, because I wanted the information fast. Who doesn't? Someone would ask me a question in my downline, I wouldn't know, so I'd go to my sponsor instead of trying to just sit back and figure out the information. Because what's going to happen when you get a big team and your sponsor is out with their child somewhere, or they're out doing something and they're not by the computer or their phone, and you need an answer. You have to know where to find it. Because as much as we like to nurture and love our downline, it's doing you a disservice for us to just say, oh, here's the answer, here's the answer, here's the answer. A really great leader is telling you where to find the information. It's just like your kids. When your kids come home from school and they don't know the answer on their homework, we can't do their homework for them because then they're not going to learn anything. But we can sit down with them, brainstorm, and help them to show them where to find the answers. It is the same thing. I wrote down some little jots here so I didn't. Okay, and also support questions. Like, when is just anything like gluten-free? What products are gluten-free? All you have to do is go to your unique website, click on the support tab, and type in gluten-free. A whole list of gluten-free products will pop up, and you'll be able to screenshot that. That's totally a question that you can handle on your own. Let's see here. And you have to remember, too, that even though, like, I'm like a black status presenter or an elite presenter, we're still presenters. I don't have any special information. I know, same thing. I read a lot. I look in my back office. I'm constantly reading my emails. I do so much personal development. And I'm constantly working my business every day. I'm doing different makeup looks. I'm talking to different people about the opportunity. I'm on the computer all the time. I'm constantly adding new people and working my business. And a lot of the time that is spent where somebody is messaging, complaining to their sponsor, things like that, instead of using all of that energy to complain, work your business. Take that long message, and instead of doing a complaining message, take that message and send it to somebody about the opportunity. It takes as many muscles to smile as it does to frown. So, might as well smile. So, Let's see here. YouTube is a great resource to help with information. Sherry Brown has great videos. Whitney Husband, Jennifer Thomas, myself. There's so many resources out there. And just because you signed up with somebody and somebody is your sponsor, let's even say your sponsor is Elite, you may or may not click with your sponsor, and that's okay. There are so many people in this world. There are so many sponsors, and so many sponsors have different leadership styles. You just have to find somebody that clicks with you. And if you can't find that, be the leader that you want to be. Look into yourself and lead your team how you want to. Grab a book. Big Al has great books on leadership. There's a book that I just read, Give and Take. Great book. There's so many resources out there. And so many times I hear too when somebody comes and asks me for help, and I will start brainstorming, and I will I'll help them, but then they're like, oh no, I already know. I don't want to read that book. I know. I can't tell. I mean, I've read Go Pro more than one time. I learn something new every time I read the book. There's always room for growth. And if we already knew everything, I mean, we would have surpassed where we are months and months ago if we knew everything. So there's always room to grow. I'm just very passionate about this topic. I feel like you just have to, you got to do it. I mean, if this is what you want, if this is your hobby or whatever, then that's fine. But if this is something that you want to make a career out of, and this is what you want, you got to put the work in. You have to. And it doesn't happen overnight. And people don't start trusting you overnight. And if you're going to lead, then you're going to want to know where to find the information. You're going to want to know where to find the answers, because what happens if you're like, yeah, I'm an awesome leader, and you sign up this big team and you don't know anything because you're like, oh, I need to go ask my sponsor. You know, you need to be taken seriously, and you need to be consistent, and you need to know your material. And if you don't know something, that's okay, but know where to find it. If you're in a pinch and you have to ask your sponsor, big deal. Not a big deal at all. You know what I mean? Whatever. But just for like the main things. And there's so many files in the files tabs. There's websites. There's everything. It's all duplication. And like I have a website that has a ton of new presenter basics. It has books that you can be reading. It has how to take you to selfie school to show correct lighting for videos. It has everything that you would need for new presenter basics. Whitney Husband, she's been around the block. She's done this. I mean, she's extremely successful. So she took all of her knowledge and everything that she has done, and she put it into her website so that it's duplication. So we don't have to reinvent the wheel. We can just go there, get the right information, and run with it. Also, you know, if you're kind of feeling stuck and you need some inspiration, need some ideas, it's really great to talk to your sponsor and ask your sponsor. Let's say your sponsor's Elite. Say, hey, you know, I'm gunning for pink. Do you know anybody else that's running for pink? Because when you have somebody that has the same goal as you, it's so much more fun to run with them. I had a running buddy when I was running to green. Somebody that wasn't under me, they weren't above me, they weren't anything. They were just sidelines. We had the same goal, and we ran it together. And that was so much fun. But just grab a book. I'm telling you, I could sit here and tell you until I'm blue in the face how much I've learned and how amazing these books are and how there was light bulbs going off in my brain. I could probably retell you the book, but until you sit and you read it yourself, and it's not going to click. You have got to do it yourself. You know, so much of this company is mindset, it's personal development, and you're going to be a better business owner, a better friend, a better listener, everything. I mean, this helps. I'm a better mother, I believe, from this company. It helps you on so many aspects of your life, these books. and that you wouldn't even realize. You're like, oh my gosh, you can apply this anywhere. So if I could give anything to you guys, it would be personal development and to lead by example. And when I first started, I was asking Jennifer a million times, like, help me, like, I need this. And then I read the book, and I was like, you know what? This isn't Jennifer's business. This is my business. I need to take ownership and take control of my own business. And if I want to be a Black status leader, and if I want people to take me seriously, then I need to start putting the work in. And that's what I did. And 19 months later, I hit Black. So it's so doable. I mean, it's doable. I did all of this from my living room, from my house with my 2 crazy children. I mean, you can do this, but you have to do it. Nobody can do it for you. Only you. So, sorry, I get a little intense and I look all crazy, but it's only to help you. I promise. You guys are great, and if you need anything, let me know. Talk to you guys soon.